Blog Talk Radio. Hello, everyone. I'm writer, author, and producer Yvonne Luttrell. Guys and dolls, as always, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Guys and dolls, thank you so much for all of the love and the support. And I am actually a little nervous because I wanted to have a drink for this topic. Essie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, I already got you on. I'm about to bring everybody in. But, yeah, I wanted to have a drink today, but because normally I go out, I told you on the weekends, and the last few weekends because of the surgery, I was, just popping pills or whatever. But today I went to the movies, and I seen that movie Creed 3. Oh, my gosh, it was so good. So now I'm going to watch, after the show, I want to watch part 1 and part 2. But, yeah, so you need to take over because I don't know much about this topic. So you go ahead. Go ahead, co-host.
All right. So we're going to be talking about the lifestyle. Some people call it the lifestyle. Most know it by the definition of swingers. And swingers is basically when you take you and your partner, switch partners, or y'all have somebody join in with y'all. So, is Pandora, are you on yet?
Hold on. I'm just letting everybody in. Okay, so you can ask. Okay, I just start letting people in, so you can ask.
Pandora, are you on?
I'm here.
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
hey, Pandora,
we
how
were
are
supposed
you?
to have.
Hello.
All right. So we were supposed to have a guest come on the show. That's in the adult entertainment business, but because of I want to say contractual situations, he won't be on the show.
Good.
But
okay.
I'm trying to. And that good, as you just said, is a funny good. I'll tell y'all all the story about it.
Could have went anonymous.
So he did. The adult star name was Lexus. Lucas Stone. I'm sorry. Let me say Lexus. Lucas Stone. And so I convinced Pandora. I said, hey, Lucas is coming in town. He wants to shoot with you. So we get to his hotel. It was an elaborate little hotel. It was crazy to get in there, right? So we get there. We get to his room. Room's nice as hell. She goes, showers, gets fresh and everything. And I'm cracking up because I know she had no idea who he was. So when she comes out,
but you still laughing.
So he went, took a shower, came out. So she's putting on her makeup and everything, and so I'm like, you ready for the show, the shoot? So she's like, yeah. Now Pandora will talk shit to these male talents, and sure enough, when he took his towel off, she looked and she said, "What did you say now?"
You're aggravating.
She said, "What the fuck you want?
What you gonna do with that? What are you gonna do with it? Where's it going?"
So, yeah, I gotta send you the videos of that uncut. Y'all gotta see that. That was hilarious. But
I didn't think it was funny.
You gonna go on? Huh?
I didn't think it was funny.
It was. It really was.
No, he had a big smile.
It was hilarious.
Kind of scary.
And I did not stop.
No, don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I kept going.
Oh no, I was.
I got bloopers.
I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I talk a lot of shit.
Nah, don't be scared.
A lot.
Don't be scared.
But that right there.
Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Don't be scared.
That was a bit much for me. It was a bit
wow.
much.
Oh my god.
It was a bit much.
No, that's funny.
It was a bit much. I enjoy my insides. What the hell?
Oh,
I ain't got time.
Okay. Hey, look, nobody know. Hey, you know what you can and cannot. That's you got to be smart about that.
Yeah, it cannot. The fuck?
Hey, look, you know what? There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with being honest about it. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No. Oh, I'm gonna tell you. What are you doing with that? Where are you gonna put it? Because it's not gonna fit. So therefore, you might as well pack up your shit and get on.
Oh, man.
Wow.
But
oh my God.
Needless to say, she was a good sport and she shot the scene.
Yeah. Okay. It's not very comfortable either. I could barely close my legs after.
Wow.
But all right, so,
sometimes.
I'm trying to. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Tweet, do you want to go into some stories that you want to share about the lifestyle, or tell people more about the lifestyle that they might be misinformed about? Like, some people don't know that there's certain clues that people let each other know that they're in the lifestyle, like the pineapples. A lot of people don't know that sometimes when you see people riding around with their cart and the pineapple's upside down in their cart, that means that they're swingers. You know, some people, the earrings, the anklets.
What do they do with the pineapple?
It's a difference between being a swinger, which is more targeted to married couples, opposed to being in the lifestyle. I mean, the whole thing is lifestyle, but when you say swingers, you think of married couples, not people who are already engaged or boyfriend and girlfriend. Because that's what swingers is more targeted towards. Not so much, you know, like single people, or I have a boyfriend and me and my boyfriend just want to do something with another chick. Swingers is more targeted towards married couples. So when I used to dance, I had a lot of couples that would hire me for my services, but then it got to the point where either the husband was calling me on his own or the wife would be calling me on his own, a whole bunch of drama and mess. So then once I went and came into the lifestyle with a group of people that I know, they don't care if you sleep with their husband right in front of them. It doesn't matter. So the very first party that I went to, I was with this couple, but the chick didn't do nothing. She just sat in the room in the back and watched me and her boyfriend have sex. And then the other couple came in. No, I'm lying, so that's not even how it happened. So we finished having sex, and I just happened to blink, and I think it was maybe 10 dicks in my face. And I was like, oh.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay, well, let's get this party started. I'm ready. Okay. Because whose is it? So, yeah. So that's how it was. And then I called my mom the next day, and I said, I think I found my calling. So what are you talking about? I said, because I can literally have sex with somebody's man or their wife, and they literally don't care, opposed to doing what I was used to doing. Now that I'm actually in the lifestyle. You said you told that
to your mom?
Oh, yeah, we have a real open relationship.
Oh, yeah.
I tell her everything.
Her and her mother got a real good
Oh, yeah, you would love her.
She's grown.
Yeah. So, and she was like, yeah, that's just how it is. And I was like, yeah, but, by me dancing and escorting and doing all that, you know what I'm saying, that's not how it was at first. There was a lot of sneaking around. Then you have the husband and the wife, and it's just very, very messy. But now that I can do this and not have to worry about anybody saying anything or anybody sneaking around or, just different stuff, I say, yeah, I done found my calling. This is it for me. But then, as I started to go to the parties, it wasn't what I thought it was. It's a lot of men who want to do whatever they want to do, but the women, they don't want their women to do anything. And that was a problem because I didn't like that. I didn't like that the man can fuck off on whoever he wants to fuck off on, but he doesn't want his wife or his girlfriend to join in or do anything else.
Oh, right.
You know,
And I think that's very selfish and petty.
Yeah, most men are. If they're very insecure, especially if they look over their shoulder and see something a man's doing to their wife that they ain't been doing, or the wife is making extra noise for them. You know, it's like, damn, she don't do that for me. You know, so it gets a little insecure for some men. You know.
Right.
And then some men be like, shit, do your thing, because I'm gonna do my thing over here. You know, but it's not that lifestyle's not for the weak at heart. You know, you'll definitely know your true feelings for that person that night. You know, if that's your first
right, because
time
it has
going.
to be open. It can't be one-sided. It can't just be, well, I'm going to do this with whoever I want to, but I don't want you to do what I'm doing. And then you have a couple who is decent looking, but then you have another couple that comes in and the wife is as big as my truck, but they want to flip-flop with you and your girlfriend or wife or whatever it may be. I don't want your big block, sir, ma'am. No. So you have a lot of people like that, so to say. So, you know, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that goes on. And the guy that introduced me and to the lifestyle once I really got into it, he is very controlling. His fiance, she's not all that. She looks like a horse in the face, but she has a banging ass body. I ain't even gonna flex. Her body is banging. So as long as you hit it from the back, you good. But she looks crazy in the face. But everybody, you know, wants her because she has a banging body. But she has to tell him who she's doing anything with. Nobody can speak to her about getting a phone number. The number has to go through him. He's very controlling. He tried me one time. When I first met him, he was telling me that this is just somebody who he plays with. This was not his fiance or nothing. Come to find out, it was his whole fiance, and they live together. But he told me this is just somebody that he plays with when she comes into town. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of mess with him. So that gave me a bad taste in my mouth. So when I started going to more parties, I didn't do anything. I would just sit there and just watch.
Right.
Because it's like me coming from escorting and then going into the lifestyle, and I have to pay to get in there because everybody has to pay to get in these type of parties. It's like I'm basically paying to get fucked on all night. Oh, no. Y'all not fucking off on me. No, this not going to work. I'm not getting paid either. Oh, no, we're not doing this. So then I just thought I would go, but I just didn't do anything anymore. Because I can't get it out of my mind that I'm getting paid, that I have to pay to get fucked on. Well, I'm the one who should be getting paid. So,
yeah, you have these guys that come to the parties just so they can get some free ass. That's how they look at it.
So,
they say shit.
Because the guys cost more money for the guys to come.
Yeah.
It costs way more money for the guys to come. So it's like $20 for the girls, no more than $30 for the females. But for guys, it can be up to $100 or $85, like $85 to $100.
And then when they get inside, nobody has to pay. So once they pay, they don't have to pay. You know, everybody can just sleep with each other for free.
Right. But when you have a guy who's going to pay that amount of money, you know that he's not there just to be fucking off on anybody. You know, he's actually in the lifestyle. If a man is going to pay $85 or plus, you know he's not no horn dog. So you can they'll always invite more women than they do men. So you'll have 50 women and about 10 guys.
Oh, my.
Because the guys are limited. The guys are always going to be limited.
Right.
So like I said, it's a lot of underlying bullshit that comes with it, too, with certain people in the lifestyle. I have another couple that I deal with, and they're very open. Like, she'll call me, hey, Tweet, you think you could go and see my man for me and hit him off for me and spend some time with him, sure, girl, I got you. And we go and we hang out. I go to his house and we hang out and we do our thing and I leave. And we take pictures and we send it to him. Send it to her. But then you have the other dude who I was telling you about. He likes to sneak around and, you know what I'm saying, and do what he's doing, and he's just a mess. He's just a mess. He's a mess. He's an asshole. I don't like how he talks to her. He belittles her and talks down to her. Like I said, he's very controlling. Like,
right.
He just, everything just has to be on his terms. You can't do this. You can't do that. Well, who you talking to? I've seen him walk over to her while she's right in the middle of fucking and telling her to get up. Why would you fuck him?
No.
And I didn't even know you was that. All I did was go to the bathroom. You ain't even asked me. She was like, but I just slept with him yesterday. I don't care. Like, he makes a scene. And then he just embarrassed her. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, why don't you shut up? Like, what is wrong with you? I said, you know what, let me mind my business. Yeah, that's your bet. So just because you said that's my bet, now I'm going to say something. You need to shut the fuck up. She can do whatever the fuck she want to do. Ain't you out here fucking everybody and their mama? And you know all she want to do is fuck any motherfucking way. Go ahead and fuck, girl. What he going to do? He ain't going to do nothing to you while I'm sitting right here.
Some guys will throw his ass
Yeah,
out.
I'll take you with a chain around your neck.
Yeah, so I don't really deal with him. Like, we talk, whatever, but I really don't deal with him like that anymore because he's just an asshole. And I tell him all the time, you are an asshole, for real. Like, you are a straight-up asshole. I said, but you got the right chick. You got the right one to talk, you know what I'm saying? She allow you to talk like that to her. So you got the right one, though.
Yeah, that's why he with him.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, see a dumb, shit, that's what you do. See a dummy, use a dummy. She right there, she can say no. She can say no, she can cut back, she stay right there. Apparently there's something more to it that she's big on.
Right.
Something, or she's scared.
Like I said, it just all depends on who you get. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on who you come in contact with and the group that you're with, and, it just all depends. I mean, like I said, I enjoy it because I don't want to have a man. I only deal with married couples or people who are in a relationship because I don't want you in my damn face at the end of the day. Go ahead on somewhere. So I only deal with people who are in some type of relationship. I don't like dealing with anybody single because then you're going to be calling my phone, getting on my nerves, and, yeah, that's not going to work for me. So, no, I know you got to go home to your wife or your man, and I know you're going to get out my face. So I only deal with people who are in relationships.
So how often are the parties?
Every week.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Parties are every week.
Esty, I'll take you with a chain around your neck.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, parties are every single week.
Yeah.
Hey, you know I'm game. You already know I'm game. You know I'm game. Shit, when? Pandora, what's next one? We coming.
Don't piss me off. Don't get on my nerves.
Let's take some pictures. Only on the internet or something. But yeah.
And then you have the bootleg LS parties that you go to. And everybody in there look like they got beat up.
Oh, wow.
And then when I walk in, it's like, oh, look at her. We all want to do it to her. So, all the parties I go to, I got to take my security with me. So we went to one party in a different city, and as soon as I walked in, they was on it. So my security was like, wait, y'all back up. I was like, you better get him. You better get him. And it was just like, because every female in there was hurt. And I was like, oh, yeah, I ain't doing shit with nobody in here. Y'all ain't nobody in here worth doing anything. And that's another thing for me. People think it is a bunch of fucking. But on the flip side, there has to be some type of attraction for me. The conversation has to be there. It can't just be, oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is such and such. So you want to go in this room and let me eat your pussy? No, bitch, because you're not attractive. Get out my face. No, we're not doing that. There has to be some type of attraction for me opposed to just, oh, he got a big dick. I'm about to fuck him. I don't care about none of that. Because I still got to look at you at the end of the day. Even though I may not ever see you again after the party, for that moment, I still have to look at you. So, that's why I only go to certain parties. And I get invited to a lot of parties, but I'm not coming to your party if it's bootleg. And I tell anybody, if you get invited to the house, yeah. So if you get invited to the house, you're in there because the house is where it's at. And you walk in, they have you fill out all this paperwork because it's a safety precaution. They give you an envelope to put your money in, so therefore it's not a transaction. If I give you money in your hand, now it becomes a transaction and we can both go to jail. If I give you an envelope and you put your money in the envelope and stick it in the box, there is no money exchanged between the two of us and we can do whatever we want to do now. Same thing as escorting. You get to wherever you're going, you tell them to get their money, you tell them to count the money in front of you, put it on the dresser, let's do what we do, and then after we're done, let me get my money and put it in my pocketbook and I'm out. Because it cannot be any type of transaction. So when you walk in, you fill out all the paperwork. They ask you if you're a police officer because you got to tell them, which there are police officers that come in there. And then you go in. You can bring, it's always BYOB when you go to these affairs. You walk in one room, and while you're in this one room, it's like you can walk outside to like the garage area where they have a setup with the poles and places where you can sit at. Then you can put your belongings on this real big stand, and then you walk out to this other room, and it's this big screen TV where one room is streaming, everybody fucking in this one particular room, but it's streaming. So then you walk out, then they have this really big pool, and it's like a mermaid, and she got the water coming out of titties and all that bullshit. So then you walk around, there's a jacuzzi, and then there's another blue room, and then they have a grill because certain times of the night you can place an order for food, and they cook hot dogs and hamburgers. And then you walk to another room, which the room that's filming, that is streaming through the house, or you can watch through the door. They have a room where an anal room with an anal horse. They have another room with a swing. They have pool tables, and then they have rooms in the house where you can take a shower. And, you know, if you want to be secluded from everybody and you don't want nobody looking, you know what I'm saying, you can go into these rooms and close the door. They have cabanas where you can sit there and close the sheets on the cabanas. The setup is nice, and it looks like just a regular schmegular house. You would never know until you walked in, and then it's like, oh, my God. I have just stepped into another whole world. And that's how it is.
Wow.
Yeah,
and if you get invited to the house, you're there. And I ask a lot of people who invite me to their parties, have you ever been to the house before? No, we've been trying to get in, but we can't get in. So, you know, we're just doing our own parties now. Oh, okay, well, you know, thank you for inviting me. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to your party. If you can't even get into the house.
The other parties are usually taking place in hotels.
Hey, may I ask a question? Yeah, may I ask a question? The lady that's speaking? To the lady that's speaking. Yeah, ma'am, hi. Yeah. I appreciate the information you're disseminating. Do you ever see yourself getting out of that? I guess you call it the swinger lifestyle. Maybe you have another terminology because you guys kind of deviated, I think. But at any rate, do you ever see yourself just being with one person as opposed to doing what you're doing now?
Absolutely not. No. Whoever I'm with at the end of the day, whoever I marry, they have to be in a lifestyle also. I get bored very easily.
Wow.
Oh, wow, yeah. Thank you.
So to keep the spice in our relationship, for me, I'd rather be with somebody who's in the lifestyle so that we can both do what we want to do, as long as we're being respectful to each other and being honest and upfront with communication, because communication is key. And as long as we're telling everybody, you know, each other what's going on and what we're doing, I have to be with somebody like that because I get bored very, very, very easily.
Well, one other question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Did you at one time were you like solo with one person and then you shifted to? And give me the nomenclature for the lifestyle that you're currently in. What is this called? It's not swinging, is it?
No, it's called lifestyle.
Or it's just called
Swinging
lifestyle?
is more so
Okay.
targeted to married people.
I'm sorry, you broke up. Say it again, please.
Swinging is more targeted towards married couples, not so much people who are engaged or boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
In this world, I'm considered a unicorn because
Okay.
I'm bisexual, and you know, I can go either way.
Right. Right. Wow. Thank you.
And,
that's a lot to digest.
So it's just, yeah, I don't. Now, when I'm with somebody and they're not, let me say this: before I got into the lifestyle, which was a year and a half ago, it's just me and whoever I'm with, and that's just it. But because I know what I want at this point in time, I just got over a 9-year relationship with my ex-wife. I cannot be with a woman. I have to be with a man because of my demeanor. I have to be with somebody who is open as I am, so therefore I have to have someone that is in the lifestyle and likes to do the things that I do. I can't be with a person who wants that traditional relationship because there's nothing traditional about me. Nothing at all. So I don't want the average Joe who wants me to just to be all to himself because I feel as though there's no reason to cheat on me. So I'm not going to give you a reason to cheat on me. If you see somebody that you want to sleep with, go get them. Have fun. Just send me some pictures. I need a video. Come to the house. If I want to sleep with her, I am. If I don't, I'm going to cross my legs and smoke my cigar and drink my wine. And, you know, that's just how it is. But I need somebody who's going to be as open as I'm open. And that's what I said. I'm not settling this time when I get into my next relationship. And this is the type of man that I want going forward in my next relationship. And if that's not the type of man that I'm going to have in my next relationship, I'm going to remain single.
Okay, what if he starts off like that? Like, if he say, okay, yeah, I do accept that, I do accept the lifestyle, and then later he decides that he just wants you for himself and he don't want you in a lifestyle, then, like, how would you deal with that?
And that's the problem that I have with my ex-wife. I think to a lot of people it's more so they talk about it. Oh, yeah, me and my, you know what I'm saying, me and my wife, we do this, we do that, or whatever the case may be. But when it really comes down to it, you're not really about that type of life. So you shouldn't portray that you are, because the person that really is, and when it comes down to it, it's a problem.
Right.
So when we go out of the country and I see somebody that I like and I want to bring them back to our villa and it's a problem, then we got a problem. Because you should have never made it seem as though you was okay with what we are doing, and then when we actually do it, you're actually not okay with it. So if I was to get with somebody and they was okay with it at the beginning, and then they was like, okay, well, you know what, I think we should just be together, well, then you need to be with somebody else.
Right.
Who do you like to play with more at the parties, the males or the females?
The males.
Have you ever had a female that you started wanting to play with and you decided you didn't want to afterwards?
Oh, no. Nah. Mm-mm. Any female that I'm going to do anything with is because I'm attracted to them.
Okay, so now we know that there are rules at the swinger parties and everything. What are the approaches?
Oh, it's a lot of rules. It's a lot of rules.
Ooh.
You have to ask. So, say for instance, me and you are together. So, no, well, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I took one of my homegirls with me to a party. They asked me, could they speak to her, and she was like, "Don't be asking her. I'm my own person." I said, "Wait a minute, hold. Because I brought you here and you're with me, they better ask me, because they have to ask. They can't just come up to you and touch you, or you have to have permission. When you're a couple or you're coming in together, they have to ask, can I speak to, you know what I'm saying? Can I speak to her, or can I touch her, or can I do this, or can I do that, whatever. Everything has to be with permission. Numbers cannot be exchanged unless it's agreed upon. So no numbers can be exchanged. You can't sleep with anybody like outside of the parties, so to say. So say, for instance, I met a guy at the party and then the next day I want to sleep with him again. Absolutely not, especially if it hasn't went through your spouse first, because everything has to go, it's supposed to go through the man. Everything is supposed to go through the man.
Have you ever had a couple approach you and the wife said no or the husband said no, and then they still tried to double back to holler at you?
Wait, now say what now? Have I ever had a couple? Did I say what? Say it again.
Have you ever had a couple approach you and the husband approach you and the wife, or the husband say nah, and then the person, when the wife or the husband wasn't around, they came and doubled back and tried to get your number or anything?
Absolutely. But I'm not about to play that game with y'all.
I know they have security in most of the parties too. So what happens when a male or a female gets unruly?
They put them out. And then they'll stop inviting you to the parties for a little while. No, they'll just stop inviting you to the parties for a while.
Okay.
Just like the guy I was telling you about. He had a chick that he was with. They was all out of town. He went to sleep with somebody else. The chick that he was with found them, beat the girl up, and they had to leave the resort that they was on. And they had to go off of the resort because it was a LS resort. They had to leave off the resort. They did not get their money back, and they had to find a whole other room. They do not play at all. Whatsoever.
I'm asking random questions of things that people might ask. So you already know, me and you don't have these conversations before. But have you ever had a situation where the police would call?
No, never. Because I'm out of there.
So there are LS resorts?
Yes.
There are LS resorts?
Yep, like in Cancun. Secrets, Temptation, all of those are LS resorts. They have a lot of LS parties
some
there.
of them have events during the holidays, too. Those are usually the good ones.
One other question, or is it just free? I just thought of another question. I wanted to ask, is it okay to ask another question?
Yes, please.
Of course, yes. It's a lot of people on
what
here.
about alcohol what about alcohol and drugs? Are they present?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hard drugs, like, okay, alcohol is there, but are hard drugs there?
Yep. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Mounds. Oh boy.
Is that a kid's game?
Absolutely, they are. They are very much so.
Can people go and just like watch and not do anything? Like, like if you're curious, can you just
Yeah, it's voyeurism. Okay. That's what I do now. I don't do anything anymore. I just sit and I just watch. And that's all I do now.
That's where I watch.
I just sit and watch.
Wow.
Because you're going to have females that are there who are just coming into the lifestyle who they don't want to do anything yet. They just want to watch at first to see how everything happens. So they're not going to do anything at first. They just want to sit there and watch and let everything, play out and see what they can get into, and you know what I'm saying? And that's just their thing. And then you have other people who are voyeurs. That's all they do is watch. They don't do nothing but watch. Right. You have a lot of them, too.
So how do you get invited to a party?
you can go on the website and you can go on their website and put in a request to come. It is not guaranteed that they will let you in, though. But you can put in a request that you would like to come. You have to send your email address. You have to send your full name. You have to send a full picture, a face picture, your age. You got to do all of that.
Mm.
Wait a minute, what was that last part? Your what? I heard name, age, address. What else?
Age and a picture of your face and then a full body picture.
Right. And I don't mean this as an insult, but would you say these people are a little bit more mentally odd than people in the regular population?
No. Mm-mm.
I wouldn't. And you know what? Okay, so because I understand where he's coming from. I think
different.
It's more so.
It's just different
because in the United States, sex is taboo to talk about. Sex is anything dealing with sex that shouldn't be talked about. We shouldn't. That's a conversation that should be had behind closed doors. But when you go to other countries, it's had in the streets and in the windows and all these other places. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it's more so of people being able to be free with themselves. Because I think everybody, you could pull a little freak out of any and everybody. It just has to be the right chemistry between them and that person. You know?
Right.
And some people feel free, like, hey, listen, I'm around a bunch of other people that's free with themselves, you know, and I want to be just as free as them. You know, so I don't think that they have any type of mental problems or anything like that. And I know you didn't mean it as an insult, but you were more curious of that their thought pattern, like what makes you think, or what made you think that this is something to do, or let's come up with a place where all of us can go have sex and nobody look at each other differently. You know, so I think it's just because of our mindset, how we were brought up. You know, it's a judge-free zone.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Judgment-free. You know, so. But.
And then for the house, when she said getting invited to the house, like, is it like a couple's house that you get invited to?
Say it again.
The house, when you said if you get the invite to the house. Like, who house is it? Is it a couple's house?
It's a guy. I forget his name, but it's this. It's a guy that runs it, and he's been running it for a really long time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a guy that runs it. Now, then you had LKQ. I mean, LKW. That was in Fayetteville, which was an actual club, just like the clubs in Atlanta. I ain't got to Atlanta yet. I ain't on that status yet. I'm trying to get there, but I haven't got there yet. Because they have a lot of underground stuff in Atlanta also, but you can go to the actual parties at the club. And the one that was in Fayetteville, they shut down. So when they shut that down, I told my friend, the guy, that my brother's best friend just opened up a club, and there was all these rooms in this club that they opened. And when he came to see it, he was like, oh, yeah, let me make this into a LS spot. And that's what he did.
Right.
So once
now,
you go
in, wanted to start
you cannot go out.
LS group. Oh.
You said what?
If a person, like, say,
I said once you go into this party.
No, I was saying, what if a person, like, after this podcast, they say, yo, you know what? I want to get into that lifestyle. Could they just go out and just start their own LS?
It's not so much you're starting something. It's just a term that is used just like being bisexual. So if this is something that you want to do, all you have to do is find the right person to start introducing you to the parties, and that's it.
Ma'am, you said you're bisexual, but you prefer men more than you do women?
As relationship-wise, yes. Sex-wise, yes. But if I see a female, because I am attracted to females,
sure,
then I'm going to have with a female. But men, that's my thing.
But you didn't finish what you said earlier. You said once you go in, you can't go out. I didn't quite understand that.
So at the house, you have to be there by 9 o'clock. And once you step foot in there, you cannot leave. And if you leave, you are not coming back in.
Wait a minute, leave until when? I mean,
until the party
how
is
long
over.
must one
stay? So if you get there about 9 o'clock and the party's over maybe 5 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning, but you want to leave like around 12, you can leave. You just can't come back in.
Oh, I see. You said it was $85. $85 to $100, but that includes. And I'm just asking the question because it sounds interesting. So that $85 includes the alcohol and drugs?
No, baby. So the $85 is your admission fee. So that's all it is. You're just
that's just admission. Drugs is extra.
No, you bring your own whatever you do.
Don't you touch that
stuff.
Your
own stuff, whatever you do.
That. Drugs is extra.
That sounds like a party. I'm just kidding. I'm just totally on the sideline, just having fun. Excuse me.
Yeah, no doubt. No. You can bring your own kind of, but man, them drugs is extra.
Yeah, you bring all your own stuff. They don't allow bottles outside by the pool area. It only can be plastic. If you do have a bottle, it has to stay inside, and you have to come back in and pour your drink, and then go back out with your cup. Because they don't allow any type of glass. It's only the house. It is a lot of rules, but it's very. That's where it's at.
Everybody who's there knows the rules, so it ain't gonna be no really. Ain't gonna ever be no problems. Yeah, everybody they with it, and the people they bring on, trust me, they done told me you fuck this up for me, I'm gonna fuck you up.
If you say, for instance, when you're going into the house and they don't know who you are, they're always going to ask you who recommended you.
Yeah.
Do you have a picture of them? Because that's what happened to me the first time. I was like, well, such and so told me to come, and then I got put on the list. And they was like, well, who is that? And I was like, it's such and so. And they were like, well, you got a picture of him? And then I showed them a picture. They was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, come on in. Because they wasn't even going to let me in. Just because I was on the list don't mean nothing.
And ma'am, you said it'll. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, babe.
Oh yeah, thank you. You said it will be about 50 women and 10 men.
So I was just using that as an example. No, it's always going to be more women than it is men.
Like double the number of women, and that includes the voyeurs. I'm sorry, that includes the women that are sitting on the sideline just watching.
Yes, it's always going to be more women than it is men. Always.
Your chances are real good, bro. They're real good.
And do people there? I know this is more than sex. I mean, I know about sex, not this way, but I know about sex. But this seems to be a lot more than sex. Do people enjoy themselves there? I mean, is there type?
It's a party, man. It's a party.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a party.
Yeah. It's a party. I mean,
party.
You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to do nothing in there. You don't have to do nothing in there. You don't want to.
On the inside, yes. Yeah, they got a DJ. They got music. Like I said, they have a pole in there. Like it's literally
a bunch
of things
going on, bro.
Yeah, it's a party.
It's a bunch of stuff going on. Just hey, it's different. It's different.
Is T, you on the line?
Yes, sir. I'm here with you.
All right. So, T, how you doing, my brother?
Hi, T.
Not too bad. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey,
welcome.
T, tell them where you at right now.
I'm actually attending the lifestyle event right now here in Greensboro.
Wow.
It's a brand new group. Yeah, I stepped outside to join you guys real quick. Yes, it's a new group, and I met the owner a couple times. And I come out and I try to support her and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, nice little vanilla group.
Anybody got any questions for him? Because he's there right now. You can tell you what's going on.
So I have a question. Yes, excuse me.
Yes.
I have a question. I do. So the security officers that are there and that are walking around, do you guys go get your dick sucked in the basement or in the back of the bathroom or something like that while you're supposed to be security guarding everybody?
Oh wow, she gonna put me on blast.
Hey,
No, I'm
T,
playing.
you know who that is?
Oh yeah, I know who it is.
Damn,
Oh yeah, I know who it is.
Never mind. I mean, I was just curious if you guys, play around every, a little bit of 1, 2, 3, I was just curious about that. Or do you just stand guard all night?
While we on the clock, while the party's in session, we are to stay on duty on time.
I bet you that's hard.
I own my own security group, and I cover. I'm head security for multiple lifestyle groups in the western part of North Carolina. So I don't let my guys do anything during work hours.
Oh, you don't?
Now,
are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm sure.
Right. Is there a guy that he needs to know is doing it?
Right.
You sure about that now?
It only takes 15 minutes.
I'm just saying.
Hey, I want to ask this question, if I may, to the security person and the lady. On a scale of 1 to 10, and I don't know if this is a hard ball or a curve, but I would like to pitch it anyway. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you gauge the women, if that's okay to ask?
Depends on what type of party you're going to. Because like I said, you can go to a hood booger party, and they all look like a
which?
A hood booger. Not so much attractive women.
The bootleg party. The bootleg party.
Yeah, they was talking
Or
about
you can go to an upscale party where, like at the mansion, in Concord, or, like a party like that. And everybody in there is doing their thing in there. It just all depends what type of party you go to.
It depends on what walk of life you come from, too,
Yeah, that
I hate to say it like that, but, that does.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah, that also.
Reflect.
That's true also. So, I mean, it just varies where you go. The type of party that you're going to.
I had security for 4 different groups, and if I was to take you to those 4 different groups, you'll come up with 4 different answers as to what you see and how they cater. And they can. And the funny thing is, they can actually have the same theme. Like the theme that's coming up is St. Patrick's Day and glow parties. 3 of my groups are doing glow parties, and I can give you 3 different answers as to the type of women that are there, the type of people that are there. I've dealt with people who are government officials. I mean, I know judges, doctors, lawyers that are in it, and then I know people, that just work at fast food restaurants and Walmart or something, So that's what I was saying. Depends on what walk of life you come from, pretty much what you'll get.
Right.
I hate the sound. I don't know.
No, but it's the truth.
I don't know. It makes me sound kind of ignorant saying that, but at the same time, it's kind of the truth,
Right.
No, I mean, it is the truth. Because, like I said, you can have a party and all the women can look a certain way, and then you come in there with your wife who looks like who did it, what for, and why. We ain't about to switch. We're not switching partners. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that. We're not going to do that. So like you said, it just all depends on the type of party and the walk of life that you're at.
Right.
Oh. So T.
Yes, sir.
Tell us the craziest story.
Oh wow, so many.
I know, especially with Pandora being there.
I'm trying to think of one. Wow. I think what I got wouldn't be classified as crazy, and probably more as funny. I've done security at events where a couple of the guests had asked me to come to their room and can I escort them out. And matter of fact, one couple in particular, they asked me to escort them out, and they didn't tell me nothing until we got downstairs, and they're like throwing their bags in the car real quick. She was like, "Oh, wife was like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm glad we dodged that bullet." I said, "Well, what's wrong? What happened?" "We just seen our kids walk in."
Oh my gosh! No way!
She's like,
way.
Our middle child and his wife had just walked in, and they seen him down the hall.
Oh my gosh!
I learned it from watching you.
Now that's some shit.
I learned it from watching you,
That's
Dad. I mean, where'd I learn this shit from, Dad? You motherfucker, learn from you, goddamn.
Crazy.
You gotta, before you go back in, because I know you gotta go back in, T. Give us another wild story, man.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh, the playroom. When the playroom gets packed, and matter of fact, this is a common one. Playroom gets packed. Some males get so caught up into the moment, they misfire. They kind of spray more than their intended target. If you know what I mean. Yeah. So I had to break up a couple
Yeah, we know
fights.
what the hell you mean. Hell yeah, we know what you mean.
So I had to break up a couple fights and escort a couple people out, you know. Oh, man, he came on me.
Right.
Like, I don't think it was on purpose.
Right.
It was funny as shit, but, you know.
Right.
So,
hey, T, I appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for having me, y'all.
So
Thank you so much for coming. Come back anytime. Anytime, come back.
Hey, T, I got a quick question for you. If anybody that's on this podcast, if they wanted to come out to your spot out in Greensboro, is there any way that they can, or do they have to be invited?
Well, tonight, their cutoff has stopped around 9:00, but the group that I'm with right now is called Sweet Pineapples. It's being hosted by Temptations. You can find them on Facebook. Temptations is spelled with a Z at the end.
Okay.
So most of these groups, most of the lifestyle groups, you have to sign up. You have a certain time to sign up. So,
sir, they was asking all the questions. Are you still there? Is the guy that was asking all the questions still there?
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think I asked a few. Yes, I am still here. Sure.
Okay.
So T,
actually, I'm going to tell you
tonight?
something. I'm sorry.
No. All I was saying was I would like to take you to a party.
Oh, you would like to take me to one?
You know what? I have no way of responding to that. But look here.
Just smile.
No. That's true. I don't. But look here. I did think. I said, well, you know, there are hard standards, because I was kind of laughing when you guys said that the children of the parents that were there, when they the parents exited. Because now, see, I would love to hear that unpacked. I don't know if you guys do that or not, but I'm going to tell you, I guess at the bottom line or at a fundamental level, there is a great deal of sameness. Even though these people operate in what I'm just going to categorize it, alternative lifestyle, there are a lot of commonalities, and I would like to know what commonality was motivating them at the time they wanted to be clandestine to their children. If it was okay why? And I'm assuming their children are adults. So what's the problem? I don't know. Do you guys understand my question?
I think
you asking why the parents are being hypocrites.
No, I don't think there's so much being hypocrites, but I don't want to be at a lifestyle party. Or, I mean, I wouldn't care if I was with my mom, because me and my mom just have that type of relationship. But you have a lot of... I don't want to be at a lifestyle party with me and my husband and my children walk in, and they could just happen to walk past a room, and some random man got me tied up to the wall, spanking the shit out of me, making me call him daddy.
Right.
I don't want my kids. What the
right.
hell? Like,
oh no.
Right.
What's the chances
no
that
child.
actually happen?
I wouldn't want my child to see that. I wouldn't want my son to walk in on that happening to me if I had a husband and my son walks in or I'm on my knees and I got a gag ball in my mouth and I got a butt plug in my ass. Like, no, I don't want my son to see that.
Now,
I would leave also.
Now, can you describe, if you don't mind, can you describe?
Oh, no. Oh. I thought you wanted to describe the butt plug. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Maybe you were going to answer what I was about to ask. Proceed.
You want me to
my question was going to be, I'm not calling you a hypocrite like the other gentleman said, but I am saying, what's the objection? Can you put it in a word? Can you identify what you are avoiding, if you don't mind?
She don't want to be seen in that light.
No, I get that, but why?
I think it's just comfort.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's outside of the comfort zone. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just
so there is a shame. There's like some. Let me just throw this at you. By the way,
shame.
there's an inherent wrong there. Apparently, I'm searching for the identity.
No, it's
also.
just a preference. It seems that it's just a preference of not wanting your children who have one type of outlook on who their parents are to actually have to visually see their parents involved in such a thing. It's just like walking into the room as a child, walking into the room while your parents are having sex. It's like a uh-oh moment.
Exactly.
Like, uh-oh, and you have to shut the door and take off running. It's not that they were doing anything wrong. It's just that that's not the light that you want them to see you in. There are some things that are private over where there are boundaries between the parent and a child's relationship. And I think that's where what they're saying is you don't want to overstep that boundary of that type of relationship you have with your children.
You know, that's a good point, and I appreciate that. But I don't know if that really gets to the fundamental of the why. Maybe I'll have to just search that out on my own. But you see what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, and what you did is you gave an analogy, which I do appreciate. However, there's still something lacking in terms of explanation, if you follow me. I don't want to go too deeply in it, but I'm just sitting here musing. This is probably the first time ever that I've engaged in this type of dialogue.
Wow. So, T, will you be indulging tonight? Is that your plan?
Yeah, I am here as a guest tonight, so yeah, I might.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
there's something genuine here, but there's also something confusing. I got to say that, because I was going to ask. Well, I'm just being transparent. I was going to ask a question earlier. Are these like normal people with normal occupations, or did they do some?
Yes.
I don't know. Excuse me?
Do you think that they're aliens?
Yes, it is.
No. I'm not going there. No.
They're probably doctors and lawyers that take part in it.
This is the whole topic of the conversation in the radio talk today. The topic was being in a lifestyle and why is it so hard for people to talk about sex? It's just like if you went to an orgy and everybody was in there and just fucking. That's exactly what it is. But instead of just you going to an orgy and you got to deal with unnecessary bullshit, now you're in a lifestyle and now I'm going to fuck you. I'm going to fuck your wife. I'm going to fuck whoever I want to fuck. And nobody is judging anybody. It's just, we're just there to have fun and get our rocks off. That's all it is. These are judges. These are lawyers. These are teachers. These are single moms. These are everybody, all walks of life, who are just coming, and this is just something that they just want to do, and that's it. So it's not so much people have to have, anything wrong with them, or they have to think a certain type of way, or, why would somebody do this or feel comfortable doing this. Some people just like to fuck, like me. That's it.
That's it.
And that's it. But
all right. Well, we're coming to the end of the show, guys. It's been interesting, very educational, but we do have a time limit that we have to abide by. I want to thank everybody that came onto the show and that spoke and that asked questions, and we ask that everybody come on each time we have this show. Next week's conversation is, are you a teaser or a pleaser? How far would you go to sexually please your mate?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. We'll have some people.
Well, thank y'all for having me again. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for coming
on.
Y'all
have you're welcome. Y'all have a nice rest of the night.
And I'd like to thank y'all as well. I'm about to jump back into these festivities.
All right, see you, man.
Hey, may I just make one quick comment?
Mm-hmm.
I would never, ever say this. I never thought I would say this, but that lady is out of my league.
Listen, at least you honest.
I think I believe what I just said.
Wow.
Well, you'll be surprised
welcome
if you ever
to the life.
event.
Welcome to the
if
life.
you ever attend an event, because there's some that I just won't touch.
No, I don't mean it in a. I'm not criticizing her per se. I'm just saying, wow.
Right. I mean, not everybody's for everybody.
Yeah, so we definitely want to thank everybody who came, everybody who asked questions, even the people that didn't ask questions, because there was a lot of people on here tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in, and please stay tuned for the next episode.
All right, good night.
Bye.
All right, good night.
Good night.